So the OnePlus 7 Pro has been released. Let's talk about it a little bit. Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Q. Welcome back to Tech Rants. This is another edition of Let's Talk About It a Little Bit. Or, I'm sorry, Let's Talk About It a Little Bit. Thank you for coming through. So, the OnePlus 7 Pro has been released. That's right, the OnePlus 7 Pro has been announced and released. And I can never seem to get my microphone right, so give me 1 second. All right, anyway. So, the OnePlus 7 Pro has been announced and released as of yesterday. So, what have we found? Now, they did not leak the complete specifications as it was last time. It kind of was thrown to the side or whatever. Yeah, we kind of knew. We knew about the selfie pop-up camera, which we'll talk about that here in a second. But other than that, I mean, it was just pretty much whatever. So, what are the specs for the OnePlus 7 Pro? Well, first of all, let's talk about pricing. So, pricing starts at $649, I believe. Then it goes, $669. Then it goes to $699, and then all the way up to $749. So, what are you getting for that? So, you start off with either 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. Okay, so you have 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM, and then they have a new color. It's called something blue. I can't think of what it is. It's called something blue. It's not called something blue. It's a specific type of blue. If you guys know what that is, definitely leave it in the comments below. But it's a blue color. You have 128 gigs or 256 gigs of storage, 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM. You have a 6.67-inch. Finally, a 2K display. This is the first 2K display ever made from OnePlus. And what is the big deal about that also is that this is a 90 hertz refresh rate. Now, I don't know about refresh rates and hertz and all that, but the average screen is at 60 frames a refresh rate, but this is 90 hertz. So 90 hertz refresh rate. So pretty big deal. It's an AMOLED display, of course. You have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, Snapdragon 855 processor, Android 9 with Oxygen OS on top. You have Warp Charge 30, which OnePlus claims will give you 50% battery in only 20 minutes of charging. So that is kind of a big deal. And I'll talk about that here more in a second. And you have stereo speakers. And then you have 3 cameras on the back. And then you have the selfie pop-out slider camera on the front. Now, the great thing about this selfie camera is, a lot of people wonder, okay, moving parts in a phone and all that, what happened, if you drop the phone? Well, apparently, if you take the phone and you just decide you just want to drop it or whatever, the camera will actually retract right before it falls. So free fall detected, and they said that it's been tested and it will drop, and you can drop the phone about 300,000 times before the camera, something actually happens. So I don't think anybody plans on dropping their device 300,000 times, but it is what it is. And also with the announcement, once again, OnePlus has made the commitment to 2 years of software updates and 3 years of security patches. Now, not quite the level of support that we get from Google, but pretty damn close. Samsung and LG and all these other companies, they don't make commitment promises to flagships. We just expect the updates, and that's just pretty much it. But OnePlus wants to assure people they're going to get software updates. Now, let's talk about the good and the bad, and then I'll give my final thoughts. So, now, I've had the OnePlus 6T. I've used the OnePlus 6T McLaren edition, and what I've got to say is, even though they were not my cup of tea phones, they were fast phone. So let's talk about one thing about OnePlus. The fact that they pretty much do take a light approach on stock Android is awesome, honestly. You get a fast experience that's reliable, that's quick, there's no stutters, there's no lags, there's no hiccups, it just works. So OnePlus is, so with 12 gigs of RAM, that phone is going to fly. I've used the McLaren edition with 10 gigs of RAM and it was fast. Just imagine what an extra 2 gigs of RAM can do. So basically, you're going to have a bunch of wasted RAM. You shouldn't have any problems scrolling or anything like that. It's going to work flawlessly. So that makes that definitely useful. Um, then you have the guaranteed software updates. Like I said, most manufacturers don't guarantee software updates like that. But the fact that OnePlus is, hey, that's a pretty, that's a really good promise. So you couple that with a pretty much stock Android experience, Snapdragon 855 7 nanometer processor, 12 gigs of RAM. You got a phone here that's going to knock a lot of flagships out of the water when it comes to speed. Now, let's talk about another good thing, that 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, I use the OnePlus 6T with the 3,700 milliamp hour battery, and I've got to say that the way the phone is optimized with the OnePlus 6T, the way it was optimized, that battery definitely lasted a full day, if then some. It was not, my Note 9 had a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and I've got to say it stacked up with my Note 9, if not outperformed my Note 9 when it came to battery life. Shocking, I know, but hey, it is what it is. The truth is the truth. Now, as far as this Warp Charge, now this Warp Charge 30, I've never used it, but I used a standard dash charger that came with OnePlus 6T, and I've got to say that phone was at 60% in 30 minutes as they claimed it would be. It was a very fast charging phone. So I have no doubt that the Warp Charge 30 will be faster. It definitely will be. So, and that kind of leads me to the bad a little bit. And I'll talk about the intermittent wireless charging and all that, and all that shit. But pretty much, Warp Charge, OnePlus, and Huawei make some of the fastest chargers in the game. Your phone can be charged. You can go shit, shower, and shave, and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and your phone be fully charged. I, you know, my day gets started, whatever. If I'm got a busy day ahead, I may get started about 6:30 in the morning. I can go take a shower, go shit, shower, and shave, get some breakfast or whatever. Come back about 7:15, 7:20. My phone is damn near fully charged, and I'm good to go for the day. So that Warp Charge, I'm pretty sure is going to be fast, and it's definitely going to make sure. So you don't have to plug your phone in overnight to make sure it's going to last you the day. You're good. And they're also giving you a Warp Charge, Warp car charger. So you can have Warp Charge in your car. So pretty good for me. Now, talked about battery, talked about charging. Now, stereo speakers. Now, the stereo speakers, we've been waiting for this. People, that's one big people have been complaining. Now, they took away the headphone jack from us, but now they're giving us stereo speakers. So it should be pretty good. I'm hoping it'll be pretty good. The bottom firing speaker on the OnePlus 6T was not bad, but stereo speakers should be pretty good. Like I said, no headphone jack. And what I'm hearing is the in-display fingerprint sensor has definitely gotten better, and it is reliable. 0.21 seconds to unlock your phone. So that is very fast. So they really have worked to improve it. And the OnePlus 6T fingerprint sensor was not bad. It was a little slow at times, but once you got it to work and once you kept playing around with it, it actually got better over time, and it was not unbearable. So it is what it is. So, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the bad. Now, paying this much for a phone, for a OnePlus device, we knew it was coming one day, but here's the thing. So on the box and in their commercials, they say never settle. You never will settle for speed. Your speed is good. It's OnePlus has makes some of the fastest phones out there. Like, we can't deny that. However, when it says never settle, you are settling, because a phone like the LG G8 can give you a headphone jack. I think it's stereo speakers. I'm not quite sure. Facial recognition, fingerprint sensor, hand ID, wireless charging. It can give you all those features for pretty much the same price. But OnePlus, they're committed to software updates. So no, you don't settle for speed. You get innovative, cutting edge technology. You're getting some of the best performance out of a flagship that you can expect. But the fact that they don't have wireless charging, they don't have a headphone jack, and an IP rating. Now, the IP rating. Now, here's what they say at OnePlus. They say, well, we didn't give the IP rating because we would have to pay for it, and therefore we would have to pass on the cost to the customer. However, if you drop it in the sink and all that, you're fine. I wouldn't do it. My iPhone 8 is waterproof, and I damn sure would drop it in the sink. But they're saying if it gets a little water on it, it's fine. But they won't give you an IP rating. Okay, so fine. But no wireless charging, no headphone jack. When people pay that kind of money, they expect those type of features. Now that Apple has integrated it into their ecosystem, now when people pay that kind of money, they expect those types of features. And that's just a given fact. Now, here's the thing. The fact that Warp Charge is so fast, it could possibly make up for the fact it doesn't have wireless charging. Now, I have a Samsung wireless charger. I have used wireless charging, but I'm not a big fan of it. I have wireless charging in one of my cars. I don't use it. I actually just prefer plugging my phone and let it charge the old-fashioned way. It charges faster. You know, it's just a given fact. Now, I will say that if a phone has fast wireless charging, it should be fine. But other than that, honestly, it's wireless charging is technically on paper slower, and I've tested it, and it is. So the warp charge and how fast it charges could definitely make up for the fact that it doesn't have wireless charge. I can see that. Now, the IP rating, yes, that could piss some people off because usually at that price point, you have a IP rating. But like I said, the average person is not going to go dunk their phone in the toilet or go take a shower with their phone or, whatever. But, I mean, I get the point. At that price point, you want everything. And that's just a given fact, and that's fully understandable. But, the fact that they're using this term never settle, I really think they should be careful with that because you are technically settling, paying that type of price. You have so many other options you can look at that gives you much more. If you can find the LG G8 for $619 on T-Mobile or $700 at Best Buy unlocked, and you're getting IP rating, you're getting a headphone jack, you're getting a wireless charger, all that stuff, you're probably going to buy the LG over the OnePlus. But the OnePlus does offer some cutting-edge technology, very fast charging, guaranteed software updates, and I mean, OnePlus just basically brings you the features that you want at a price that won't break the bank. I can't sit here and say that OnePlus won't make a $1,000 device. I'm hoping that they don't, but I very well could see OnePlus doing like Google did and making a more budget-friendly device. That's probably coming soon. It really wouldn't surprise me, but that's another topic for another day. But the fact that they're saying never settle, I think they should be careful with that slogan because you are technically settling because you are missing out on some features. Now, overall thoughts. Do I think this phone is going to be a good contender? Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to give a lot of phones a run for their money because people are going to love that slide-out selfie camera. They're going to love it. They're going to probably like that in-display fingerprint sensor. It's got some cutting-edge technology that is going to drive customers towards it. It really will. But, the fact that they're missing those features, if the average person probably won't care about it. But people in the tech community and stuff like that, when they pay that type of price, they want everything. But the way the phone performs, some of the features that it's bringing to the table, it's definitely going to give a run for the money. Okay, so you can get this phone exclusively at T-Mobile in the U.S., or you can buy it from OnePlus.com. Now, the OnePlus 7 will not be in the United States. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. So, overall thoughts on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Innovative technologies for the U.S. It's the first phone in the U.S. with a slide-out selfie camera. It's the first OnePlus phone with stereo speakers. We definitely got a lot to look forward to. I'm interested to see which direction OnePlus goes. I'm hoping that maybe they come out with a budget-friendlier device like Samsung or not Motorola. Google has done this, just this past week. I'm pretty sure OnePlus will definitely enter that realm because if they do, they can make a killing off of it. But OnePlus would definitely give these other phones a run for the money with some of these innovative features. And I'm just excited to see which direction it's going to go. So let me know in the comments what you think below. This has been a lengthy and ranty video. I know it is what it is. Are you getting the OnePlus 7 Pro? Are you thinking about it? Or you have some concerns? Let me know, your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave it. subscribe if you enjoy the content, share, tell your friends, all that other good stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.